Hello, my name is Fevzi Korkutata. I'm an Oracle Ace. In this screencast, we will see how to shut down a WebLogic Managed Server when it consumes the whole CPU resources in a machine. Let's say we have two managed servers in the same machine and one of managed server consumes the whole CPU and I want to shut down automatically. How to do it? Let's begin. I have a WLST script which is shutdown managed server Python. I'm passing the server name as an argument, so we need to pass the argument automatically. Let's switch to WLSTM console. As you see, I have three managed server. All of them is running and their health is just okay. We are going to work on managed server 1. Here is the two managed server. The system is just working well. Everything is just fine. Let's load some CPU on managed server 1. As you see, the system CPU load is about 100% and managed server 1 consuming the whole CPU in the machine and managed server 2 JVM CPU load is just about 0. So the problem occurs because of managed server 1. So I got an email notification for managed server 1 that WLSTM says that managed server 1 is consuming about 93% of the server. Let's go to the notification page. Yeah, I'm seeing a web push. Okay, also I've got a clear email, which means my CPU performance load is just finished. Okay. This is my clear email. Let's integrate my script. Go to monitoring and diagnostic page, user defined action. Click on new user defined action. Give a name for the action. And we need to give the full path for the file, which will be my shell script. The most important thing is just here. By passing system arguments to my script, I'm choosing server name to send the script. Arguments must be fetched according to below order in scripts like $1, $2, and $3. Okay, it's done. Let's go my notification page again. Okay, open Smart Dashboard. Process CPU load MBIN. I'm defining action for managed server 1 and for managed server 2, which means when the process CPU load value exceeds the alarm threshold, which is 90%, it will send us a notification and also triggers the shutdown managed server action automatically by passing the server name parameter. Okay, the current value is about 0 for the whole JVMs. Let's give 70 in this case. Okay, the test is just started. I can see that managed server consuming the whole memory again, the whole CPU again. Let's wait what will happen. Managed server 1 is running and health is okay. Currently 84 CPU usage. It's just increasing. I'm expecting to get a notification. Okay, my notification is just received. This is my process CPU load warning. Let's check the email. Okay, there's a difference. There is an attachment for this notification which says shutdown managed server fired successfully. Okay, I have just received another notification which shows me managed server is shut down anymore because the shutdown managed script executed successfully and anymore managed server is just shut down. Let's go to JVM system resource page again, and this is the CPU load. In this cycle, the system CPU load about 100 and managed server was consuming the whole CPU resource in the machine, but in this time the shutdown managed server action was triggered successfully and everything went back as a normal, which means you're not able to see any service down for your high availability. It's very important. Otherwise, it will affect your machine and you can see slowness for your applications. Let's go to server's dashboard again. You can think like this. Okay, sometimes there could be some instant peaks for CPU usage, but you can make it sure that you're really having a CPU issue by giving an alert decision threshold. The default value is just 1. When WLSTM sees that the, the current value exceeds the threshold, it will triggers the action immediately. But when you define here like 2, WLSTM will decide to trigger the action after the second try. So you will going to make it sure you are really having a CPU problem on the machine. Let's go back to notification again. By following my emails, I can understand that, okay, I'm having a CPU problem for managed server 1. Okay, shutdown managed server just fired successfully, and after the script execution, I'm able to understand that managed server 1 is just not running anymore. You can also uh, create a start script which will be kind of restarting your managed server. Let's check current value. In this time, we can say that managed server 1 is not running anymore. Thank you for watching and have a good day.